do just a little one right in here. Wiggle your toes for me.
What's the main kind of thing you want to work on?
So
today?
the most bothersome pains that I have are I tore my hip flexor in 2020.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't like put all of it in there because I like did it at dinner and I was like, I'm just gonna tell her tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I tore my hip flexor in 2020.
On the right?
Left side.
Okay.
At the adductor, and I didn't do surgery. I did tons of PT.
Okay.
But it pulls. I have like psoas dysfunction and piriformis dysfunction from overcompensating and things like that. And so I have like consistent between this cyst thing and a bulging disc and the same place, L5S1, and then this hip thing. I have like consistent like left hip girdle pain, and like my gait is weird on that side.
Okay.
So when you like lay me flat, you'll see like my legs are probably crooked. Like the length varies because I feel like on this side I get interiorly rotated and on my right side I get posteriorly, or like opposite.
Okay.
So I constantly have to do that like broomstick thing where I like fix them.
Yeah.
So that's like my most bothersome thing. That like bothers me consistently with working out and boxing.
When does it bother you? When you're working out?
So actually no, when I'm warmed up I don't notice it as much, but I think it's because I'm so used to like the stimulus of working out. It's more when I've been on my feet all day. So like like that feeling when you've been at a theme park and you're like running around like, and then you finally sit down and you're like fuck. Like when you sit and it like all just kind of like melts and settles into this like throbbing pain. Or prolonged sitting. So like long drives, I will get out of the car and I can't like walk readily. I have to like give it a second and kind of do little circles before I can like readily walk.
Do you ever get any sign of like numbness, tingling, any sensation down the legs? Okay.
I do occasionally get pain in my glute, like that terminates right in the center, like under glute med.
On the left.
On the left, that's very occasional, but I would say that's related to more prolonged sitting. So if I'm in like a movie theater, I'll like shift to this side and then like shift to this side, and I'll get pain like into the glute, but it never radiates down. I don't have like knee pain or pain in my feet.
Okay, and it's never like SI joint?
I did have SI joint dysfunction when I was pregnant.
Okay.
Like a lot.
Yeah.
Especially with Remy. Remy was a big baby and I had tons of fluid.
Okay.
So like just the resting in the pelvic floor was really tough.
Anything else going on?
Occasionally, and I have it right now, and you can probably get it or like look at it, but I broke this clavicle in high school. Yeah, so I fractured this one at the acromion. It was like a pretty bad one. Like it was like down.
Okay.
And I get impingement, so my shoulder like rolls forward. And then of course like with boxing, that's like very kyphosis inducing, like rolled forward. And so, sometimes when I'm like going to like take off my shirt or my sports bra and I go like this, it's like it locks up, and I have a ton of scar tissue like right here.
Okay. And same question on the upper extremity, you don't get any numbness, tingling down the arms?
No.
Okay.
Only when I was pregnant, when I would sleep on my back, I'd get like the left arm like numbness, but that's pretty normal.
And then tell me about like the cyst you have in the low back.
Yeah, so it's fluid filled. It's at L5.
Okay.
And it's essentially like the growth comes from out at the joint in. So it's pushing like on my spinal cord, but it's constricting the nerves, which is why I have just consistent chronic pain just right there in that spot. It never goes away. It never travels. It doesn't go to the other side because it's not really like related to any of the other nerves. It's literally just like bothering those particular ones. And
then in the new year, are you getting it removed? What do you do?
So they're going to aspirate it.
Yeah.
And then I'll do a nerve ablation there to help relieve the pain, and then pray that it doesn't come back. If it does come back, I'll have to have the open back where they scrape the tissues out.
Do they know what caused it in the first place?
I have a stress fracture at L5. Okay. And they were saying that the fragments have like migrated slightly, and since the lumbar spine is very like mobile, that and then I work out sometimes 3 hours a day, so the pressure there has like caused like friction, and I got the cells kind of came together and created this cyst, and now it's like pushing in.
It's interesting. I would say like the lumbar spine isn't the most mobile spot, but because you are so active and you are mobilizing your low back, that can absolutely cause that.
Okay. And it's like boxing, which is what I mostly do for fitness, is like a ton of rotational things, especially like at that section. And so, I mean, I was treated for a lot of different things before that was diagnosed. So, you know.
Yeah, tell me about your past chiropractic care experiences.
So I went to chiropractic care initially for, SI joint dysfunction when I was pregnant, and then I kept going to that chiropractor for, random, fits of things.
Yeah.
And so for this pain, he would mostly do the extension table, which would help definitely alleviate. I think a lot of that was maybe related to like relief around, I do have a bulging disc, but it's very slight. Like it's not even, they said normally they wouldn't even do anything about that just because it was so slightly posteriorly bulged. But mostly like extension table and then like some e-stim and like massage around it and things like that to kind of like loosen things up. But that, it never solved the pain because that cyst is just like sitting in there like growing. Essentially.
Okay.
So.
Perfect. And then for fitness, you do boxing, and then how many days a week are you doing strength training?
4.
4 days.
Yeah, so it's like a 2 lower, 1 upper, or like back and chest, and then 1 like functional or like calisthenics day-ish.
Perfect.
I don't do a lot of like plyo right now and stuff just because the jumping around is really...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do for you today, I'm first going to run you through a little bit of, range of motion. So I'm going to really see, I'm going to take a look first and see how anteriorly rotated is that left side and how posterior rotated is that back side and how much kind of torsion you have. And then how is that translating into the actual muscles going up and going down and seeing like how much of an impact we can make there. Because you do have that cyst, chances are is we're not really going to be able to make that much of an impact right at that area.
Right.
But because you have that cyst and that injury to the spinal cord, the muscles around that area are going to be tightening up in order to protect that area. So what we can do is I can work on the muscles, ligaments, even the joints above and below, in order to give you some more mobility to help relax that area, to give you a little bit of pain relief, specifically like from like that disc herniation area.
Which I do experience a ton of tension back there because I'll get like after lifting, for instance, I avoid top load bearing things. So like top loaded squats and things. I do like a ton of variations. Luckily, because I'm a personal trainer, I can like finagle things. But I will get, all over localized back pain from, tension back here, especially because I'm making up for certain movements and like using other muscles.
So first I'm going to have you just stay where you are, come scooch towards the table or to the edge a little bit, and then I want you just to bend forward and let me know how that feels on the low back.
How far?
As far as you can go.
So it's like, I feel like I want this to stretch. But like it doesn't stretch. Like stretching isn't the issue.
Perfect. Come back up. Let's do kick out one leg for me, toe up, and then lean into that. And let me know if that causes any pain in the low back or behind the right knee.
No.
Okay, let's do the other side.
I just stretch my tight hands.
Are you pretty mobile?
I'm very flexible.
I'm like, you're very flexible.
Yeah.
Let's do, cross your hands over your chest.
Like this?
Yeah, I'm gonna lean you back and then I'm just gonna press right there. Any pain with that?
Yeah, it's like, it's not pain, it's like, I feel it, but it's not, I think I'm so used to it that.
And then let's do this side.
No, nothing over there.
Just mainly on this side.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put my hands right here on the low back and I'm just gonna so I would say like this is a little bit posterior right here, your actual sacrum.
I also should mention too that I broke my coccyx really, really badly in high school. And I had
what were you doing?
I used to be a competitive cheerleader.
Oh my gosh.
So the tumble mats like to warm up are usually like in the back of a building or whatever, like of the stadium where you're doing it. And I fell off of it onto concrete, like smacked up on it. And so I had like a hairline fracture up my sacrum and then broke like the bottom of my coccyx like in half like that. So there was a pin, I got the pin taken out, but it refractured during childbirth. So like I've had like multiple injuries back there. So I do typically get like coccydynia from like sitting right on my sits bones.
Let's do face me. And then I want you hands to the side and I just want you to lean.
So this hurts.
Where do you feel it?
In my back, like right at that thing.
Let's do this side.
And this side I can go way down.
Okay, let's do twist rotation. So here, rotate into. Same thing?
But I feel like because I can engage my oblique really well.
If you don't engage your oblique, does it trigger?
Yes.
Okay, keep your hands there, bend forward.
This is fine because my back is straight.
Okay, stay there. I'm gonna come right behind you, bend forward again. Do a rounded back. Pain?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, come back up. And then one last thing, I want you to stay exactly where you are, hands here, and then lean back into your
that's
hands.
horrible.
Horrible.
Yeah, so doing like cobra or like anything like that.
And when you feel that, you feel it where?
Right here.
Let me, can I replace my hand? Yeah. Okay, come back to neutral. It feels more muscular, right? Like not in the joint.
Right.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do for you today, I think today we'll focus on like the back and hips. And if we have some time, then I'll look at the shoulder. So first thing I wanna do is I'm gonna have you seated and I'm gonna do trigger point work, ART, to the certain muscles on probably both sides, but mainly on that left side. And then I'm gonna have you go face down on the table. We'll probably do a little bit of flexion distraction so I can stretch you out a little, which should feel really good.
Feels good, yeah.
Because you can't, it hurts when you're bending forward.
Yeah.
I might do some cupping, I might do some scraping. It'll kind of just depend on how I feel.
Go for it.
And you also feel pretty tight up here, so I'll probably do a little bit up there and kind of finish.
I have really overactive upper traps. My lower traps around. But boxing's all like this.
Boxing is all like that. Yeah, because you have a lot of tension right in here.
Yeah.
Okay, let's first have you seated. So you're gonna sit.
I'll put my hands here.
Yeah, that's perfect. Oh, that's fine. It's all good.
Love it.
I'm gonna have you sit here at the end of the table like this, and I'm gonna come behind you and I'm gonna straddle you. So go right there first. Perfect. So cross your hands over your chest. So I'm gonna first start with this right side so you can feel what it feels like. And then I'll move on to the right or to the left. So here, and I want you to lean forward. Yep, perfect. And then come back and then lean forward. So you've been through a lot, huh?
Yeah, I have a lot of injury.
Yeah.
I've like literally broken everything you could imagine.
Your coccyx split in half, huh?
Yeah, the bottom one, like the very tip.
Yeah.
And then when I had the kids, it broke in childbirth both times.
Yeah.
So, you know, sit on the donut, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's hard to sit like right on it.
Yeah.
I don't ride bikes and things like that.
Yeah. That's why she boxes.
That's why I
You're an athlete.
Yeah, I think my body has become so used to that movement too that I don't feel pain when I'm doing it.
Yeah.
But then like later, I'm like, ugh. And like at one point I was training a lot for like matches and I'd be miserable later because, you know.
No, it's a lot of work on the body.
Yeah.
Good. So what are you guys doing for Christmas?
My husband and I are splitting like the days pretty much. Yeah. So like it's like kind of like a half and half situation.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna put a tree in the new house with all the presents and take the kids there on Christmas morning for like a little surprise. I'm excited.
They don't know about it?
No.
Yeah. And then forward.
They know it'll be ready at some point, but
And then when are you leaving for Mexico?
January 1st.
So amazing.
I know.
Perfect.
I know, I'm excited.
Yeah.
The kids are stoked. It's like their first time being out of the country.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Well, I'd be excited if I were them too.
Yeah, they're super excited because I was like, look, I'm like, our house is too small to buy Barbie Dream House and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, we need to, I was like, experiences are better.
Absolutely. I've always thought that. I feel like I've never really been a gift person.
Me
I've
neither.
always been like a,
I love to
let's
give
do
gifts,
something.
but I don't like to receive. Like, little gifts are good or thoughtful gifts, but I don't like abundance.
Yes.
I'd rather just like go somewhere or go to a concert or something like that.
Or go for lunch.
Exactly. Go for lunch and
my
coffee.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Lunch and coffee. Like that sounds better to me. Here,
Yeah, I like to do things.
Yeah.
But yeah, Remy and I surf.
Oh.
Yeah, so we're going to.
I didn't know this.
Yeah. My dad was stationed in Oahu for 8 years when I was a kid.
Okay.
So, yeah, we like to surf, but it's freaking cold here, and we're chicken shit with the water. So like so Remy's it's been his like dream for 2 years. He's like, I want to surf in like warm water.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I'm gonna make it happen for Christmas.
That's so cool. I feel like that's the perfect time of year to go.
Yeah, it is.
Especially on the
It's cold
first.
here. It's
Yes.
perfect there. It's not humid.
Even though it's been so warm here.
I know. Today it's like 80.
It's
I was
so-
cooking.
And then just bend forward. Yeah.
My older client likes to work out outside so he can get some sun.
Yeah.
Which is great. But I was wearing a mask.
Yeah.
And I was like cooking. I was like, dude, it's hot.
Again.
It felt great though.
One more time.
And I took the dogs out at like 7:30.
Yeah.
And it was so gorgeous.
And then swing your legs towards Hannah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just do a little bit of work on the traps here. Swing and then come down this way.
More stable right there.
Yeah, just a little bit more stable. No, when I woke up this morning, I was like, it feels so nice.
Warm. It's so nice.
Warm.
It was literally like, oh yeah, I got like neck tightness over there, probably because of my trap.
Yeah.
Like pulling down on it.
So we're just gonna do a little work here. So shrug the shoulder up. Yeah, here. And then drop down. And then forward. Yeah, good. And then shrug up. And then drop down. Good. And then lean to the right. Perfect. And then come up again. Shrug. Good. And then drop. Lean to the right.
Is that your birth doll example?
Yeah, my little baby doll. So I use it for a couple different things. I use it if I'm treating a baby in order to educate the parents on like what I'm doing. I'll show on the baby first, my baby doll. But then also if I have kids that come in, they like to hold the baby and like I'll show what I'm doing on the baby first.
Yeah, so they're not like
they're not scared. Yeah.
I know Hazel was asking about it. She's like, what do they do? And I'm like, it doesn't hurt, it feels good.
Yeah. I'm excited to see Hazel.
Yeah, she'll be excited.
That's good. How old is Hazel?
She's 6.
Okay. I know I had a 6-year-old come in yesterday.
Yeah, she's 6.5. She'll be 7 in April.
It's perfect.
She's very talkative.
Yeah.
She'll talk
well,
to
you're
you
very
more.
social. So
Yeah.
shrug this shoulder out for me and then drop it down. So I wouldn't expect anything less from her.
Yeah.
Shrug up again and then drop it down. And this is the side you have the impingement.
Yeah.
Shrug up. Are you right-handed?
I am.
Yeah.
I'm pretty ambidextrous, so I actually box left-handed as my preferred stance, and I'm goofy for all board sports.
Oh.
The only sport that I actually do right-handed is softball.
Drop. Okay. Good. And then I want to do kind of like middle in here. So here, and then you're going to reach your arm across. So come back out and then reach.
I did back yesterday too, so everything's probably like all balled up back.
Yeah, it's all good. And across. What do you have going on after this today?
After this, I'm gonna go to the gym.
Good.
And then I have a client at 2.
Perfect.
I'm gonna get the kids after swim and take them to get a Christmas tree, even though Christmas is in like a week.
That's okay.
It's fine. We're gonna get one for Keegan's house, and then we'll get one for I'll get one for like my house and go like throw it in there.
Yeah.
And they don't know about that one.
Yeah. It's cute.
I know. I also need to go to my storage unit and like get Christmas decorations. I think Keegan has some, but I'm like, but the kids are so easy. They're like whatever. They don't care.
It's hard when you're in the middle of a move around holidays. I feel like it's there's a lot
is like
that goes into it.
Upheaval.
Yeah.
I know I haven't gotten like a massage or anything in so long, and I'm like, when I go to Mexico, I'm gonna get like a beach massage.
Yes.
They're like $10.
You should. You absolutely should. Well, through here, I'm gonna put some cups between your shoulder blades.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah, go for it.
And then I'll have you move.
I don't have any beauty projects coming up for me.
Okay, perfect.
Put them on. Lay them on me.
I'm just gonna do this right over here.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm probably like a perfect person for like videos because I literally have so many ailments.
Yeah. Well, you have a lot of stuff to work on.
Yeah.
Which is good.
I have a stress fracture in my tibia too. That's like healed now from like a shin splint that was really bad where I grew like a nodule like under it.
What?
Yeah, from running. During COVID, I was running like 50 to 60 miles a week when gyms were closed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I do not have a runner's body at all. So
I feel like all bodies are runners' bodies.
I love to run, but like I feel like I'm so heavy that I like just don't. It's like it's so tough on my body, and not even on my knees. I have great knees actually. But
where do you feel it?
The shin splints.
Yeah. No, like where do you feel? Is it the shin splints you feel it most? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, shit's mostly in my back now.
Yeah.
I rarely jog now. I only jog now or run if I'm trying to drop weight.
Yeah.
So I'll mostly resort to like sprints just to get it done like quickly and efficiently.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. I love to run.
I love to run too.
Yeah.
It's like my zone out time.
Yes.
It's like amazing, but so hard on my body right now.
And then I want you to do a couple of movements with the shoulders.
Yeah.
So you could do here and then forward. You can also do here and then down. So both of those. How does that feel?
It's good. Pulling a little bit.
Yeah, they're definitely getting red.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a bunch of... I've been trying to like up my water intake too.
Good.
But I mean, right now also too, because I've taken on like way more clients and work, that I'm not working out quite as much as I did.
Yeah.
But my workouts, when I do them, I'm like longer in duration and like more intentional. So
That's good.
yeah, so it's kind of like a trade-off. Like, I'm not sure if it's like creating like more attention or not.
Yeah. Have you been having more training clients or nutrition clients?
Training. I don't have any nutrition clients right now because I haven't really been like pursuing that.
Yeah.
But that's what I love to do. That's my favorite part.
Yeah.
It's like
You can relax that arm now. I'm gonna put one more right in here. And this one I want you to do more of like a reach, so up above. Yeah, and then forward.
Forward.
Yeah, perfect. Good. How is this side feeling compared?
This one's more tight.
Yeah.
But it's also, yeah, like I said, like I prefer to box left-handed.
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
my
So
power side.
This right trap is the left trap is a lot tighter
It is,
compared to the right.
It's my backhand.
Yeah.
And it's like my power hand. So yeah, it definitely
Perfect.
is.
And you can
most.
relax.
And I feel like because the rotation over the side for my back hurts a lot,
Yeah.
I tend to like retract it.
Yeah.
Like I hold the punch as opposed to like let it follow all the way through. So I'm not just like throwing weight around.
Yeah.
And so yeah, there's like a ton of tension.
Let's go on your stomach.
Okay. Sorry, I'm so hot. I'm always like,
No,
I
that's
run
okay.
really hot.
We have the AC on. The window
Oh
open.
no, I like love it, but
Yeah. I'm like, we got all the stuff. Tuck your little tag under.
yeah, Lori has like the longest tags.
I know. I always pull them right off.
I pulled the black one off. I couldn't get that one off like readily.
You want me to get it off for you? Or you want to
You
keep
cut
it?
it or whatever.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna feel.
Yeah, my left side always feels like a very tight. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do a little bit of flexion distraction. And I'm gonna add a little bit of a pressure just to kind of stretch you out a tad, okay?
Yeah. This is kind of what my old chiropractor would do.
Yeah.
But he had like the super like vintage table where they like strap you to it.
Yes.
So it's like a torture device.
Yeah. This one we can strap you in. I don't never strap anybody in, but we can do that.
Yours are nicer and more high tech.
Yeah.
His is cool. It's like, it definitely looks like something that belongs in like a museum or something.
Yeah.
It had like the leather straps.
Yeah.
I was like, that's really cool. But his dad was a chiropractor.
Okay.
And then he is, and then his brother is, so it's like all in the family.
Yeah.
I think he retired now.
Yeah.
He was like older.
There's been a lot of turnover in chiropractors in Santa Barbara in the past few
He
years.
had a really cool office too, like over by El Encanto.
Oh wow.
And that like that really cool building over there.
Yeah. Up in the hills.
Yeah, but like very tiny.
Yeah.
He was great when I was pregnant though. Like he put me on a pool float or whatever, like my belly and
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. I never even thought about that.
Yeah. For the belly.
Yeah. I know, I have these pregnancy pillows over here. They work really well.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a good idea.
Love a pregnancy pillow.
Yeah.
Even now, like in between the legs for the hips. So
Yeah.
good.
I'm gonna do one more right here. stop this. So I'm just gonna bring your feet to your glutes here. And bring you back. I'm gonna do some work here in this piriformis. Here. You can let me know if anything feels like it's too much, okay?
Yeah, no, you're good. I have super high pain tolerance, and
I figured.
I did PT, human performance, and SB physio, and they like really dig in there.
Yeah.
And with the psoas release too, I was just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
But
it's effective.
it is, and I'm used to it. So feel free.
Good.
It always makes you feel so much better too.
I know. And like it's a little bit of pain in the moment is it's worth it.
So worth it.
And I'm just gonna hold right in here. Just take deep breaths. Are Remy and Hazel, are they in school this week?
Yeah. I actually like thought that they were off this week.
Yeah.
So when I picked up on Friday, I was like, oh, see you after the break. And the guy was like, oh, we have school next week. And I was like, do we? Because last year their break was 3.5 weeks.
Yeah.
And I was like dying.
Yeah.
And then
It's a long time.
It's a long time. And then and camps and stuff are like very limited.
Yeah.
During the winter because like weather. There's not as much like outdoor stuff. And so I remember them sending out a poll if parents wanted like 2 or 3 weeks, and I was like, well, who's gonna vote for 3 weeks?
Yeah.
But they, I don't ever remember them like releasing the results. They just like, I mean, I guess I could have looked at the school calendar.
Yeah.
So anyway, so the kids were kind of pissed, but I was like, that means we're just getting closer to Mexico.
Yes.
Like I just played it off.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure they get off at noon on Friday.
Okay.
So.
And that's good.
Yeah. And like, to be honest, I don't mind having it, but now it's like my work schedule is so like straight. Like it's like I don't have like block hours where I work. It's like, you know.
You're busy.
Yeah. So I just told Brian, I was like, well, you're gonna have to work with me on that. It's like just the nature of my job, you know?
Absolutely. I know, I feel like they gave kids 3 weeks so that people could go on vacation.
Yeah.
But that just seems like a long time to me.
And then what pisses me off is they were really like, everyone was like, oh, like the kids are behind because everyone took so much time off for like COVID.
Oh.
So the kids are behind in like reading and this and that. I'm like, then why are we taking so many breaks?
Yes.
Like they literally get out of school at noon every Thursday.
Yeah.
And then school's closed like one Friday a month.
Yeah.
And stuff like, and I'm like, so like you guys are so concerned about the kids being behind in literacy, but like you guys are taking off like multiple hours per month for like teacher enrichment.
Yeah.
Stuff. So I'm kind of like, I don't know, like I'm all for that, except if it's digging into their education, then like that doesn't seem beneficial.
Yeah.
So what I would prefer actually is if they did like 2 weeks for Christmas and then 2 weeks for spring break.
For spring break?
Yeah. Like make spring break longer or get out earlier for summer or something. Like spread it out, you know?
Yeah. Well, I always, like when I was in school, I always thought 2 weeks was perfect.
Yeah, me too.
I always felt like a week was not enough and 3 weeks was too long.
Yeah, because then when you get back, you're like, not, it takes longer to get in the swing of things.
Absolutely.
And that's what I mean for spring break too, is like, if you want to go on vacation, places get really busy because it's only a week.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, if you did 2 weeks, then it would like cut that in half because some people would go the first week and some people go the second week.
Yes.
You know, and then it's like not so long and it's like more spaced out. They got like more to look forward to, you know?
Yeah. I'm with you 100%.
Yeah, it's just a lot. But I just remember last year, the break just seeming like forever.
Forever, yeah.
It's like, dude.
How are you doing?
Good.
So definitely this left side is a lot redder. If you look at the cups, right here specifically, these two areas are super, super red.
Okay.
Which means you have a little bit more inflammation here compared to this right side. So it checks out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my like erectors and stuff get really like, they kind of get like the brunt too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's your erectors and your QL is what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna do an adjustment right in here. So take a deep breath in for me. And then blow it all the way out. All the way, all the way, all the way. Good, one more. And then all the way out. Good. Okay, come on to your right side for me. So I'm gonna come behind you. I'm gonna do a little bit more in that hip, okay? I'm gonna do a little bit of a psoas release. Let's do that first. So let's do leg in front, and then I'm gonna bring it back. You okay?
I know that one's always like, ugh.
You're a tough cookie. Good. And then here. And then back.
I use the cane on myself, the like
Do you?
candy cane thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Good. One more. Good. Let me just feel. So I kind of feel some right in here.
Yeah. I get tightness back there when I do deadlifts.
Yeah.
And good mornings. So anything that's like.
Let's do knee to chest. Yeah, and then come out, and then knee to chest. Good, and then come out, and then knee to chest. Good, and then out, and then knee to chest. Good, and then let's do legs straight, and then bring it kind of in front like that, like a scoop. Okay. So there, and then scoop. Yeah, and then back, and then scoop. Good, and then back, put this arm above your head. Yeah. 2 more. Good. And then back. And then 1 more. Good. And then stay on that side for me. You can bring your arm down. Put the bottom leg straight. Yeah, this in here. Do you okay with this kind of adjustment?
Yeah, where you like kind of hug me and then like.
Yeah, do like a little pretzel.
Yeah.
Here, there.
Yeah, and then you like.
Yeah. You okay with that? So just a little.
Yeah, like I might tense up on you a little bit.
Yeah, 1 more. Good.
But I'm not in
Flip to the
pain.
other side. Yeah. Okay, good.
It's like a response. Like
Yeah.
you're like, oh.
Flip towards me. You're like, ooh.
Yeah.
She's dropping on me.
Yeah.
This one long, this one bent. And this one there. Good. I like your red nails.
Thank you.
Just a little push. Good.
Oh, that's a good
And
one.
on your back.
Oh, really good.
And then I want to do one more for your mid back. So put your feet flat. And then I'm actually gonna
You can
remove
move that, yeah.
Let's do cross. And then take a deep breath in for me. And then blow it all the way out. And then tuck your chin to your chest. Good. And then you can have this back and you can relax your arms and your legs. Like this. And come back over here. Okay, let's work on these traps just a little more.
Yeah, I have like the biggest, most overactive traps of like any chick I know. They're like huge.
Do they cause you pain?
No. And I don't
feel tight to you?
They do. Sometimes like I'll kind of like go like this, especially if I'm wearing a sports bra or a tank or a top that has thin straps.
Yeah.
Like it will kind of like bug me.
Yeah. Does it cause headaches ever?
No, that's what I was gonna say. I don't typically get like headaches or anything,
Good.
but I definitely will get like a neck ache.
Okay.
Like kind of like right here.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, like I box both ways, but most people cannot hold mitts for people that are southpaw anyway. So I end up boxing orthodox like a lot of the time, but like my preferred stance is southpaw. So this is like my back.
Yeah.
And it's constantly like, yeah. And like when you throw punches, especially from the back of your elbow, is tucked in.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like a very like tight movement up here.
Yeah. I'm gonna come up here to like the side of your neck. Do a little bit of scalene release.
So yeah, I'd say that I definitely get like a lot of tension up there, but luckily I don't get headaches.
Good. Yeah, because that's something that we can see every once in a while is when your traps are tight, because your traps insert right up here, right below your occiput. I think it can cause headaches.
The only reason why I probably don't is because I'll like Theragun it for a minute or something like that and kind of like work it out. But I do I used to go like for massage therapy a lot, or like chiropractic and stuff. And like Chelsea, I know this was probably a couple months ago. This trap was like creeped up, and it was actually like very inflamed and it was actually like red almost.
Okay.
Like the tonsure was just really bad there, and I was actually having trouble sleeping.
Oh.
And she definitely was like, she's like, you have so much inflammation there. I don't know like what you did. So it does.
Did she put some needles in it?
Yeah.
Good.
It does occasionally give me fits.
Yeah.
For sure. But yeah, it's just overuse. It's like boxing is all like oblique, lats, and then your traps.
Yeah.
And then I'm so bad at like pull movements. Like people think because I box I can do a lot of like pull-ups and stuff, and I'm like, no, oh my god, it's like the opposite. Yeah. My lower traps are not weak, but yeah, like my body weight feels like a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, my shoulders are burned out a lot too.
Totally.
And I feel like I definitely have like less strength in my like back delts, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm very aware of my
posterior delts.
Yeah, my muscle imbalances are very apparent.
But that's also what makes you just a wonderful trainer, because you understand.
I know, I really understand. Yeah. Well, I have really good mind muscle connection for myself, like my own body, and I try to like teach people. It's like the one question I always ask people when I'm training. I'm like, where do you feel it? Like, you tell me, and then I'll tell you if it's the right area.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you.
I'm not gonna tell you where you should feel it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you where you should be feeling it.
You gotta build this for yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, but I just love how educated you are on all the muscles and you understand.
Yes. Well, that's a little leftover from when I did nursing school and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Are you okay if I adjust your neck?
Go for it. Yeah.
So mainly when I adjust the neck, I'm finding for areas that aren't really moving. So yours is pretty locked up, like right in this area.
That makes sense.
And you could feel a little bit of pain and tenderness when I'm doing that, and then a little bit right up in here. So the first one I'm gonna do is right here on this right side. So essentially I'm trying to find the spots that aren't moving. That's where I apply the force. I'm never trying to move areas that are already like mobile, because then that's how you get hypermobility.
Right.
So everything that I'm doing is always like super specific to like that certain area.
Sorry, so much hair.
No, you're good. You got beautiful hair. It's perfect.
Does need a trim, but
And I'm gonna do just a little one right in here. Wiggle your toes for me.
There's a lot more on that side.
yeah. Snap, crackle, pop.
Snap, crackle, pop. And then let me come into here. I want to do a little bit of work in this pec. Any pain when I do that? Any pain when I come out here? So I'm going to do here. And you're going to move for me. So I'm going to have my hand here. You're going to come there to up.
Okay.
So come down and then reach. Good. And then come back down and then reach. Good. And then come down and then reach. And then one more. And then reach.
Yeah, feels good.
Yeah. And then I'm going to do a little bit in here.
Oh, I hate that one.
Here and here. I know. Substack. Good.
And what's the other one that it's starts with a T?
Terry's.
Yeah. Terry's minor. Brutal.
Yeah. I find all the good spots.
Yeah, brutal with a finger in it.
Yeah. One more.
Ugh.
Good. And then let me do right in here. So here, and you're just gonna extend out. And then do a little bit of open hand. Yeah, perfect. Here.
I'm not doing upper body today, so that works.
Okay, perfect. What are you training today?
Legs.
Good. Okay, stay right there. And let me just feel the front part of your hips. This is your spot.
Yeah. It's a gnarly one.
Yeah. So here, and then I'm gonna extend you out. Good. You're gonna have a good training session this
Yeah,
afternoon.
I know. So we all loosened up.
Yeah. I know people always ask, they're like,
Can I train after?
Yeah, they're like, should I train before? Should I train after? And I'm like, I always recommend training after because then you're all like loose.
Straight.
Yeah.
Well, you're straight and loose.
Yeah.
Like you're fixed. Do
You
it after.
have more mobility, so
Yeah.
you're able to get into, you know, a deeper squat. Your
Yeah.
body's gonna feel more lubricated.
Yeah, I have really tight hip flexor on that side.
Yeah.
It's like, I feel like hip flexors are such a funny thing because if you are very active, you have tight hip flexors,
Yeah.
and if you're sedentary, you have tight hip
Yeah.
flexors. There's like, you have to find like the happy medium.
The happy medium, I know.
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna do a little bit of a pull. Good. Beautiful.
Told you I'd be all crooked over
Yeah,
there.
it's okay. Come sit up for me. You could swing your legs to the right. I want to just do a little bit more scraping in on your neck so you could clip your hair up.
Yes,
And you'll be all set, my friend.
feel amazing.
Yeah, so here, I'm just going to do a little bit more. So we did a lot of work in the trap, but I'm just going to kind of come up into the actual neck. So lean your head to the left. Yeah.
I'm gonna sleep good tonight after
I
that
know.
big neck crack.
I know. You needed it.
Yeah. I'm one of those people that I sleep with my, you know, like this.
Yeah. Do you
I
sleep
feel
on your
like-
stomach?
Kind of like half, like on
Yeah.
my stomach with my leg propped up.
Yeah.
With my hand under like
Yes.
that. So I feel like it's like the worst for your neck because you've like taken your pillow and essentially made it like a wedge of cheese like under your head.
A wedge of cheese?
Like literally. It's so bad. Or your neck is like just cramped and popped forward. I'm like, oh.
It's not the best position.
No, it's not. But I always migrate into it. I try not
Yeah.
to.
I know I'm the same. I start on my back and
Yeah.
depends on how good I'm sleeping.
Exactly, yeah. that's
Sometimes
what
I
mean.
wake up and I'm on my tummy and I'm like, wait, what happened? Okay, come stand up, see how you feel. Move around a little.
I know, right? It's like kind of working out a little bit. Definitely feel opened up a little
Good.
bit, that's for sure.
So I would say for you, mainly for like the shoulder impingement, I would want you to do a lot more like external rotation,
Okay.
a lot of pec stretching. So like a doorway stretch is super
Yeah.
helpful.
Yeah, like up against like this.
Bands, you can also do wall angels, so here up. That's super helpful to alleviate any sort of impingement going on. To be honest, your shoulder isn't rounded too forward.
Probably
so,
not right now.
Yeah, so it's
Gets bad sometimes.
yeah, so it's not super awful, but your pecs were pretty tight
Yeah.
on that side, and also because your traps are tight, it has a tendency to kind of roll forward a little bit more.
Yeah.
So that's what I would recommend for that.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yes.
I feel great.
Okay, good. Yay. Thank you for coming.
Yes,
thank you for
you.
letting us do this.
Yeah.
This is wonderful.
I know. I
Good.
feel like that nice like cooling sensation after
Okay, good. That's the best sensation.
I know.
So that's like the parasympathetic release, like where your nervous system's actually like relaxing. So it's good. Perfect.